Liandre got te juice.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link, it'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Good morning, Triple A family. Good morning, everybody. Good to see y'all. I don't know what happened with the applause, but the show cut off kind of quick. Where y'all at, man? Good to see y'all. Good to see everybody in the chat this morning. We got numbers. We got 18 in the chat to kick the show off, man, before the first words we say. Y'all are showing up. Y'all are excited to be here this morning. I'm glad that y'all excited to be here, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in with your boy this morning. It's your boy, Coach Smook, a.k.a. whatever y'all want to call me. Smook Hines. Senator Hines, whatever you want to call me. I'm here today, and I'm glad to be here. I had to wake up early this morning. Got moving a little bit earlier than normal, but it was good. It was beneficial. We're here. We moved the show back about 30 minutes. Wanted to make some runs. Definitely had to eat after I did my little workout and stuff. Couldn't come on here hungry this morning. It just wasn't happening, y'all. I'm sorry, but it looks like this time is working out a lot better for everybody. 8:30 looks like a good little morning time. Look at how many people we got pulling up in the chat. Don't forget to drop a like as you come in. Make sure you share the stream. Make sure that you continue to, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. And then again, if you don't have a wristband yet, you got to get your wristband. Become a member of the channel. This is a great time to be a part of this community. It's growing, it's growing, it's growing. We're spreading the word. And we're having a good time on these shows, man, lately. So I appreciate y'all for y'all support again. I see everybody checking in the chat. Mary J on the ones and twos in the back, but checking in the front. Zach, what's good, man? Good to see you. Roll Tide. Jordan, I see you. Megan says she's stopping by on the way to continue to conquer the world. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, Mary J, Megan might end up being the next president or something as hard as she worked. Greg McKinney, what's good, man? Roll Tide. Antoine, what's good, man? Good morning. Good morning, Zach. Good morning. I see y'all, Sully. What happening, everyone? Roll Tide is going to be a long 2 weeks before our boys. Can't wait till we put BTA down in Athens 100%, Sully. Good to see you, Roll Tide, man. Listen, we're not going to overdo it with the Georgia talk this week. We about to do something. I'm going to go against the grain a little bit. I'm going to do something different. And I already see everybody trying to fight them and talk about the upcoming Georgia game. I think if you do that, you'll be burnt out and you'll be tricked about what this team is and who we are and what we're capable of doing, right? You'll listen to the mainstream media and talk about where the strengths and weaknesses of these teams are, and you'll overlook some things. So we're going to take this weekend. We're just going to dial it back. We're going to recap. Here on the Coach Smook Network for the most part, just breaking down from week one up until now. Good to see you in the chat, Cynthia. Roll Tide. Oh man, good to see you in the chat, Cynthia. Roll Tide. Y'all give it up, man. We got some OG AAA pulling up today and checking in with the fingers today with the comments. Appreciate Cindy for being there. That's my Cindy. Good to see you. Good to see you in the chat. Good to see everybody in the chat, man. Twitter waking up. I see y'all over there on Twitter. YouTube, y'all know 15 minutes. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I don't think they fixed it. I don't think they fixed the notifications thing, because now it looks like it's saying 28. We got 3K subscribers, y'all. 3.4K to be exact, if I'm not mistaken. How many we got? I forget. I always say 2 and it's 3. Because to me, I'm not really chasing the number. It's a goal thing at the end of the day, but I'm not chasing it like that. I just love how it's naturally growing over here at the Coach Smook Network. So we'll be talking a little bit about that today, just going back to week one, breaking down Florida State game, looking at some key statistics, going into this bye week and some things that we want to see improve. We'll also get into the conversation of basically these impact freshmen. We've had some freshmen that have got thrown into the fire. There is no way we could have made these predictions for these freshmen that are showing up and actually making huge impact due to injuries in front of them, taking advantage of opportunities. We're looking at the defensive line. We're looking at the linebacker. We're looking at the cornerbacks. We're looking at the offensive line, the wide receiver room, and then even in the running back room. You got freshmen all over the place producing, with whatever reps they're getting there. They create an impact or creating opportunities for us to have a huge impact in games on both sides of the ball. So excited to get into that conversation. Also, we're going to talk about the I just had a blank. I just remembered a comment I thought about earlier. It was a debate between LSU and Alabama, and how the teams look right now. And I had a serious debate going on, and I don't know why. Zach said hot take that FSU loss was the best. Zach, that's not a hot take anymore. That's not a hot take anymore. We said that. We said that coming out of everybody was saying that. Everybody that saw this team and the lack of effort show up, and then that ULM game that following week, everybody was saying it's not a hot take anymore. I think it's obvious that was the best thing could have happened to this team. You turn around and you get that type of effort that you got the last 2 weeks. The FSU loss has a lot to do with it, and the players will tell you that. Bray Hubbard told us that. Bama Gump, good to see you in the chat. Roll Tide, family. Zach said, hot take. That's lukewarm now, man. It's lukewarm now. We've been sipping on that. Zach. Bama Gump said, roll Tide. Roll Tide team, man. It was the effort versus FSU. Losing is part of the sport. How you progress the L process, the L is what matters. 100%. A lot of people didn't want to hear that message after the FSU game. And it's crazy because we were still in the game with a little bit over 9 minutes to go. We still had an opportunity to go down and make that a game, make it a one possession game. And we weren't even applying ourselves. We weren't even applying ourselves with the type of effort we needed to be applying ourselves with. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this camera reset. I don't know what's going on with this mug today, but I'm going to need to get fixed. Hold on. I'll be right back, chat. Let me see something. Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link, it'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Look, yeah, I appreciate y'all for sticking it out and holding on, waiting on your boy. Jesus Christ, I don't know what happened, man. It like we had a crazy amount of updates just hit the computer all at once. And while I was trying to just refresh the camera, we had a driver, we had software, the antivirus, all this different stuff started like completing at the same time. I don't know. Maybe my computer went to sleep last night. I don't know. I usually have it on throughout the night so that we don't have to deal with this when we turn the computer on. But when we get ready to go live. But yeah, we got some conversation. We're going to discuss some season stats. Where is this file at? I don't know why it's opening like this right now, chat. I don't know what's going on. Technology just don't want to be my friend today. It's cool. I ain't gonna trip. You know, we're gonna make it do what it do. We're gonna make it do what it do, chat. We're gonna work with what we got. No big deal. All right, let's get into it, man. All right, we done wasted enough, about 5 minutes trying to get into this and have some conversation. So again, topic of conversation today, Mary J, where's the bottom at? All right, there go the banner right there. We're gonna just discuss the progress from FSU up until now. Breaking down some of the key things that I think will need to be adjusted in this bye week, and some focuses that we got to look at in the off week, in the bye week, not just in preparation for Georgia, but just going forward, some things that we want to see, some key changes. Then we're also going to talk about the impact freshmen, the guys that's been forced into some roles and that are actually providing some quality production these last 2 to 3 weeks, or this first 2 to 3 weeks of fall play. And then we also just kind of dive into some projections going forward for this team, what it looks like on the future forecast. So if y'all ready to get into the conversation, man, and y'all tired of hearing me just talk about the intro, let's go ahead and get into it. Somebody put it in the chat, say, do I got to tell y'all what to say, or y'all gonna go ahead and say it? Do I got to tell y'all what to say, or y'all gonna go ahead and say it? Because if y'all gonna go ahead and say it, then all right, we'll go ahead and do it. Let's do it, chat.
You talking about Jalen Miro and the Pips?
The perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
I'm not going to take up a lot of time, but I want to say that I'm excited about what.
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm
good. I'm just still sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
All right, let's get into it. All right, y'all. All right, quick little recap from this past weekend. The game this past Saturday against Wisconsin was when I say the defense really played. I want to look at something. I want y'all to see something. So against Florida State, this defense gave up 230 total rushing yards. Right, 230 total rushing yards. When you do that's a cause for concern, especially against a team in Florida State that doesn't necessarily want to. And we've seen them. They've been airing it out. They've been allowing Tommy Castellanos to put the ball in the air a lot. He's been affecting defenses the last 3 weeks for the with his legs. I see this Florida State team really evolving. And Gus Malzahn, we told y'all going into week 1 what they look like. But I look at the 49 attempts because of the lack of effort, the missed tackles, guys just, not being in the right spot. It gives the offensive play caller the confidence to really stay on that mode of play calling. And we had yet until Wisconsin game, Alabama hadn't given up a passing touchdown, a touchdown through the air up into the Wisconsin game. So there was a solid balance as far as what you want to see come together. If you really be realistic about the projections of this defense, right? It's been a consistency in that the pass defense has been quality, right? The pass rush has been there. We've been getting pressures, just started getting the sacks the last 2 weeks, but the pressures have been there, and we've been able to cause some turnovers. All 3 weeks we've been able to force turnovers. And so I'm excited. I'm excited to see this defense continue to develop. But one thing that's been consistent, man, everybody keeps talking about Kane Wommack's defense not being able to stop the run. Well, Kane Wommack's defense outside of the Florida State game and the Oklahoma game and the Vanderbilt game, right, has only given up 50 plus yards rushing only twice. So 5 total games out of your first however many, where we at now? 3 games into the new season. You played 13, so 16 games. Have you given up more than 50 yards in the first half? We've seen a lot, even against ULM, even against Wisconsin, a lot of those yards that was gained against Florida State too. A lot of those yards that was gained were late third quarter, fourth quarter gameplay. The last 2 weeks more so due to, quote unquote garbage time, having a lot of the backups in. But this run defense is a lot more effective than people want to give it credit for. Now, do we give up big plays, explosive plays in the run game sometimes in run defense? Yes, it happens. You call aggressive run blitzes or you call a blitz and guys don't be aggressive in executing. Then you might see a failure in the assignment. You might see a fault in the assignment. But when you talk about overall production consistency, this team is solid. Shout out Britt for coming in on the TikTok side, bringing in the gifts, man. Shout out to you, Britt. And then she came and checked in on the YouTube side. What's up, good? What's good, sir? What good? Good to see you. Make sure y'all give it a thumbs up. Yes. Make sure y'all thumbs it up and up on the thing. Let me get back to my dashboard too. I remember I was trying to figure out what I was missing over here, Mary J. Something was looking weird. Get the dashboard back. But I'm looking at these stats, y'all, and we can talk about these things and really bring it up. So these stats right here are your major stats against Alabama the first 3 weeks in the season. And I want y'all to pay close attention. That first game against Florida State, no effort, and then the rest of the last 2 games is effort. I want y'all to see something on this. All right, let me change this view right here. I don't know why it always take me to this one. This one is set for the primary. But against Florida State, check this out, chat. Against Florida State, 49 rush attempts against our defense, 230 yards rushing, 4 touchdowns, a long rush of 32 yards, 9 in the pass game, 9 receptions total in that game for 152 yards, right? Yeah, 9 total, because they didn't kill us in the pass game against Florida State. Oh. It didn't kill us in the passing game. Jay Penny said we can't run between the tackles. That's false. That's false. And I'm gonna tell you something. This is a debate I'm ready to have with anybody. If you're loading, my God, you guys, let's not get frustrated, Smook. Let me take a sip of water. I was about to go a whole nother way. I'm going to talk about it. I'm about to shut it down. I'm going to give you something to think about right now. And I'm tired of all of the mainstream media people. Y'all listen to these people and y'all hear them talk, right? Y'all hear them talk, y'all listen to them, y'all hear them talk, and y'all don't listen, y'all don't watch the game for yourself. When I look at Alabama's run game against Wisconsin, going against 7 in the box, 7.5 safety, walking tight to the box, and you're able to get a push, you're able to match up, you're able to overextend and close gaps, reach for open gaps, and create some type of a lane and type of push on every run play. We had 2 plays that were negative run plays, and one of them was by the quarterback, and the only other stop behind the line of scrimmage was when Jeremy Bernard was trying to make an extra play. The run game was not failing us. If you have 7 in the box within 8 yards of the line of scrimmage, and you're able to run the ball, still balance play calling, move the ball effectively, make them respect the run. They're forcing you to beat us with the pass. I would have more concern if our running game couldn't run against a light box. So what are we talking about against a light box? Against Florida State, even though they run a 3-3-5 scheme, they were walking their safeties right there at 10 yards. They were walking their box corners, their box safeties right there at the 10-yard line. They were playing the edges, forcing everything. They were allowing their linebackers and their defensive linemen to kind of hold everything between the hashes in the middle of the field. As far as containing everything, you saw the safety, you saw the secondary maintain leverage, real quality leverage against us in week 1. And I think we got away from the run game too quick, because if you look at that game, our effective run plays were in between the tackles. All of our explosive run plays have been in between the tackles. How we can't run between the tackles, Jay Penny? And all of our explosive runs have been in between the tackles. Let me pull up our rushing stats. Let me pull up Alabama rushing stats real quick. Pull up the rushing stats. Florida State. Open these stats up. So, and this is what I like to bring up. Can't run between the tackles. He had an explosive run by Kevin Riley to open the game in between the tackles. Richard Young's big run was in between the tackles. Daniel Hill's 6-yard run against Florida State. We didn't run the ball enough against Florida State, but when we did, it was definitely effective between the tackles. I don't know. Pull up the rushing stats against Wisconsin. I literally just got done talking about that. If you're going to put 7 in the box, I'm not supposed to be able to run. I'm not supposed to be able to run the ball. The balance play caller. There we go. Let me go ahead and pull it up. Let me break this down for you, because people that say we can't run the ball are goofy at this point. And I'm gonna just call it like that. I'm getting frustrated. I can't even lie. Mary J, do we got chill pills in the back? I might need one, because I'm getting tired of it, man. This offensive line had, compared to last year, compared to week 1, a consistent push against Wisconsin. And you're talking about 7 guys crashing the line of scrimmage to defend the run game. And we're still able to gain 3 yards, 2 yards per rush. I'm just saying, 7 on 6, 7 on 5, meaning 7 defenders against 5 blockers, against 6 blockers. Somebody's going to be free. And Wisconsin is not a poor tackling team. The way that they defended the run and was able to contain our run game, that was I guarantee you push the needle with the run game in that game. We don't score 38, but we end up breaking them. What my rushing stats at? Here we go. Rushing stats against game by game. Here we go. Wisconsin. Pulling it up right here. Individual. Let's go team stats first. Let's just look at the overall number so I can break this down a little bit for you. See if we can help it make sense for you. Rushing attempts. 22 rushing attempts. I don't like how that looks in that okay, we could look at it like this. Here we go. This chart looks better than the other one. All right, let me share this screen real quick. And I'm gonna read the comments before I get the schooling real quick. Hold on. What we got? It's only Monday and Smook is ready to crash out. I ain't ready to crash out. Ready to shut all this noise up about Alabama can't run the ball. And it's coming from our fans. Oh no, 100% believe we can run the ball, but doing it 8 times between the tackles in a row without a swing or a pull just makes. What game were you watching? When did we run? I don't know, man. I don't think do y'all really be watching the game, or y'all just be listening to some of these emotional former players on these podcasts just speak their mind because it don't look like it did when they played for Saban or when they played in the 80s? Are we really like watching the game? Are we really like watching the game? I can't tell you how many times when Wisconsin was lining up defensively, right? And I was like, and we're watching the game, live game, and I'm like, put the ball on the ground. Put the ball on the ground. And then when they get in alignment and you get the pre-snap and you see the cadence and everybody is leaning towards the line of scrimmage, safety, strong safety in the box, leaning towards the line of scrimmage, coming off of the slot. I'm asking myself, do we try to force this? And they are a sure tackling team. You expect of the level of physicality that we got from Wisconsin, right? 7 in the box, crashing off the edges, making chase down tackles 2 yards over the line of scrimmage after 2 or 3 yards a game. That's quality run game. Looking at the rushing attempts, you had Ty Simpson utilize his legs, be effective in the run game, give us a different element. Now, this is what I want to talk about. 7 attempts by Kevin Riley for 20 yards, right? Almost averaging 3 yards per carry. So you know what that tells me? If at any point in time we got in a 3rd and 2 or a 4th and 1, 4th and 2 situation, we will be able to take a chance and make them respect the run game, which will open up the pass game on the perimeter. Screen game. It will open it all up because the run game was effective. It was effective. It wasn't explosive, but it was definitely effective. You look at Dre Washington come in and give us a little change of pace with his carries. He comes in, he's averaging 6 points. He's the explosive run game. If you needed to grind that drive out to slow the game down, you could have rolled out Dre Washington. Fresh legs. 3rd quarter was when he finally got some touches. He comes in, gets a first down on one rush, and then makes another positive carry on another rush. All right. Then you switch backs up. You go with Richard Young. He comes in, he gets you some tough 1 yard gains in some moments. Comes in for 3 or 4 handoffs where he's asked to just get those 1 or 2 yards. What's he's able to do? Barely gets a yard. Right? Tough run game. That's what his game is. That's why he wasn't heavily utilized in his game. You got a heavy box. It's no need to go against the grain and force it. 22 attempts for 86 yards. 22 attempts for 86 total yards, averaging 3 yards a game. That tells me in the game where teams are loading the box, they want to put 7. They want to walk 7.5, almost 8 into the box. That means if we get in a 4th and 1 situation, my base formation, which is what you saw Alabama in an offensive set, run their 11 personnel out for the most part of the game. 1 tight end, 1 running back. A lot of those run plays in between the tackles, we had 1 tight end blocking with your 3 wide receiver sets. Whether we was in trips or we had the twins, the deuce sets off to the right. However we was doing it, we had base blocking sets. We're able to gain an average of 3 yards when we hand the ball off, when we run. When we hand the ball off, we're effective. So at any point in 3rd and running, 4th and line the game from 2 or less, I can trust my offense to run the ball. That's effective run game. It don't have to be
20 yards. Somebody in the chat yesterday, I need to see my running backs have at least, 100 yards. Man, bull crap. If they was playing in a dime set, they only had 4. They getting pressure with 4, and we not able to run the ball, and it's only 4 on the line of scrimmage. We got a linebacker to beat at the second level. We can't climb and get a hat on the linebacker or the overhang safety that's hanging out. That's when I would have a concern, but I didn't see none of that with our offensive line in the run blocking, nor did I see that in the run game with the running backs. A lot of patient running. Nobody overextended. This was a solid game. Stayed on pace. We were able to run the ball 22 total times. You take away Ty Simpson's 3 scrambles, right? The 3 quarterback design runs that he had, you still got 19 attempts? We were able to run the ball 19 times and still only throw the ball 29 times and put up 30 plus points in the game. Now, I don't know if that makes sense to you or that lets you know or lets you see, because against ULM, let's go to the ULM stats. Everybody want to keep talking about every other game, right? We want to talk about, no run game. Let's go look. Let's go look at ULM. Let me go here. Let's go look at ULM, chat. Game by game. ULM. And I know y'all probably don't care about ULM, yeah. We can't run between tackles. Yo, yes, we can. Yes, we can. Hey, do y'all remember AK Deer's run came between the tackles? He sprung that out to the edge. It wasn't a swing pass. It wasn't a jet sweep or anything like that. And he bounced that outside. Come on. Yeah, that's crazy, Jason. You had them Fairweather fans talking about, Saban lost to ULM. Why can't we? One hand, Saban didn't have no talent, but then on the other hand, shut your trap. Antonio Snell says, what'd he say? What my boy said on TikTok. He said, that's why the screen to Ryan worked so effectively, because they were loading the box. They were so aggressive. They were so aggressive up front. So against ULM, you had long runs of 22 and 56 yards by AK Deer, Kevin Riley, both in between the tackles. The average yards per carry in that game, right, in the ULM game, 6.3, 4.4, 3.2 with Richard Young, our power back. I think Richard Young has established himself as the power back. You see the type of run plays he's in there running. He's the in between the tackle guy that's supposed to get those 2 or 3 yards. Daniel Hill, I believe, is our Swiss Army knife pass pro. He's solid running the ball. He's solid catching it out the backfield. He's solid. I mean, downfield blocking in the lead blocking in the run game. He's solid. I think Daniel Hill has just changed pace back. You go and look. Oh, snap. I ain't got it on the screen for y'all. Yards per carry average. I had to jump down this rabbit hole. I get tired of hearing it, chat. I'm just saying, because it's not true. Y'all looking at these numbers right here. Look at how many handoffs we spreading around in this game. Nobody on this roster has more than 15 carries. We running the ball, and we're showcasing that our run game isn't just a running back led run game. We could hit you with all 3 different skill sets or position groups in our run game and be effective. We're expecting in this vertical pass offense where we want you to spread your defense out. If you're going to hug close to the line of scrimmage, we're going to beat you with our passing game. But you still have to respect our running game, because guess what? When you don't, this is what we're able to do. This is what we're able to do, explosive runs. Let's go against Florida State. Let's go look at the Florida State numbers. In that horrible game where we stopped running the ball. And I don't even think it's worth even debating. Everybody knows, even Ryan Grubb came out and said we got away from the run too quick in that Florida State game. But if you look at some of the runs that happened in the first quarter, especially with Kevin Riley, his change of pace running style is what really set it up. Let me see. That first drive. Yep, big play by Kevin Riley, 18-yard run. That was the first run of the game, to be honest.
That was the first run of the game, to be honest. And then you only had 29 attempts. Ty Simpson for 15 yards lost total on his attempts. Nobody lost yards in that game in the run game. Dre Washington and Daniel Hill. Daniel Hill for -2 yards on one rush. Let me pull this up for y'all so y'all don't think I'm just messing around. Daniel Hill right here. Lost yardage in the game. Ty Simpson 15. Kevin Riley, not one negative run. Not one negative run. This is what I say when y'all say we can't run between the tackles. Where's the negative runs? Where are we getting blown up in the backfield? Like the O-line has been playing good in both pass pro and run blocking. You might have one or two misses here and there. Hayden Proctor might be a weakness in some sets, but overall in the run game, pass pro, this offensive line has been performing. Daniel Hill, 2-yard loss in the Florida State game. And Dre Washington came in with 2 attempts. He loses a yard on one rush. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about, Jay Penny? Not being able to run. If this was a run heavy style offense, or if we was to go to a run heavy play calling style, I think we'll see bigger numbers. The offensive line is shown that this rotation that we're seeing with their offensive line is immaculate too. We'll talk about that too. But I didn't mean to go that far into that. Man, see, you got me fired up, Jay. You got me fired up with that BS, man. I appreciate the 30 likes on the stream, man. Appreciate the 30 likes. Y'all gotta chill though with that Bama can't run between the tackle stuff. I heard another podcaster saying that, man, and it's not true. And Antonio, you right. They expect these highlight plays every snap, and that's not the case. This is not your Saban Bama. This is not your Saban era of college football, where all the good guys are getting stuck on one roster for 4 years. I can imagine if guys like Star Jackson, who came to Alabama, had to sit behind the Greg McElroy and AJ McCarron saga. Like, if he had went to a school like UCF or USF, or during that time, Florida State had fell off for a minute, the portal would have been good to a lot of Bama players, the running backs especially. We probably wouldn't have been able to hold on to a guy like Kenyon Drake to have him as a third down back. Josh Jacobs. We probably wouldn't have been able to hold on to those type of guys after they go to Bama and show up in the spring, and then they end up still coming back into the season. Najee Harris. Like, we probably couldn't have held on to those guys if they were in the portal, if we had a portal error. Tua. Come on, man. Like, all of that debate and stuff, you don't know what players would have been like against portal era. So talent spread is different. And when you're talking about guys that have been, especially on the defensive side, man, I think Alabama's doing great in the run game. So that's that. Where we can improve, though, is our tackle play. Our tackle play. Let's talk about massive improvements, where Alabama needs to see some improvements. I'm gonna get on this. I'm gonna stay on this topic here for about 10 minutes. Alabama's improvements. What's needed? I look back from the Florida State game. Our effort has improved. Let's give them that, right? We've seen a total like F effort be raised to A minus, B plus type of. I say A minus as far as effort. Execution is still. We still got some things to see on both sides of the ball, execution wise, to be more consistent. Wide receivers got to catch the ball. Defensive backs got to stay in phase. Offensive linemen, stop overreaching left tackle, Caden Proctor. And then just finishing tackles in the backfield too. When we get pressure on the quarterback, or we have an angle on the quarterback, we got to finish those plays in the backfield. Stop letting these guys break tackles and get those extended plays completed downfield. We got to stop that. So looking at it, man, overall, where do we see the adjustments need to be made? I think we need to continue to experiment more with this offensive line rotation. We talked about it. I just posted a clip about it. Alabama has a true freshman in Michael Carroll that needs to be implemented in this game plan. We're going to talk about that in the freshman impact segment. But Michael Carroll, Geno Vandermark, we had a conversation last night, and I think it was Ray that was on the phone, said Geno's not physical enough. great. I hope you went on YouTube and watched the I don't care if you watch the clips. Every clip that Geno Vandermark is on the field, he's winning in this Wisconsin game and this ULM game. And go back and check the Florida State game. He wasn't our problem across the front. Go check that Florida State game. He wasn't our problem. He didn't do anything spectacular, but he did his job, which is spectacular enough in itself. So the offensive line right now is good on the interior. Even Wilk and Formby has continued to grow since week 1. I would love to see if we can possibly experiment with Jackson Lloyd over there at left tackle, Olis Alanine. I would even be willing to bet that Wilk and Formby can go play the left side, and you can maybe put Michael Carroll at right tackle. Like I would experiment with that, especially against a Georgia front that you're going to have to do a lot of pass offs, and I don't need slew-footed pass offs. I need athletic guys that can keep their hands up, that can still be in that solid pass pro position, being able to kick out of that stance, move their feet without reaching and grabbing, right? Violent hands. That's one thing you get from Caden Proctor. He's very strong at the point of attack, but when it gets into some of those extensive situations where he got to move them feet, that's where we see his problem. So we'd love to see that fixed before the game. Jay Penny said he's a huge fan of the arm tackling. Man, you funny. Anyway, I think this has been some solid tackling in the past 2 weeks. We're not going to continue to hark on FSU. That FSU game that wasn't Bama. Y'all said it. That wasn't Bama. Another major adjustment I want to see defensively. Can we get, and this is personnel. Let's just call this a major adjustment. Let's adjust personnel, right? Nakai Hill-Green needs to be our steady force at the Mike linebacker. I don't know where his knowledge base is, where his comprehension level of understanding the defense and the play calls and how to make adjustments on the field. I don't know where that is right now, but I'm willing to gamble with it. I'm ready to put it out there as a consistent force in the middle of the defense at that level and watch him grow through whatever mistakes we're going to get with it, because I don't think I feel like he's played enough football to whatever his mistakes are. They may be a half step off, but I like his effort. I like his recovery. I like his intentional, his willingness to be intentional in his tackling. Very secure tackler. Week 1 against FSU, a lot of his tackles that the one tackle that he missed, it was because you got guys flying in with their head down, not trying to tackle, but throw a shoulder, and you end up bumping the player on your team off of the tackle. Come in, head up, see what you hit what you see, wrap up, drive your feet. We saw some good stuff like that this past weekend from Nakai Hill-Green. Want to see him a lot more implemented. Him and Justin Jefferson look great together. Deontay Lawson looks good, and different situational play calls. And I think that's going to help him and his productivity, even in his confidence going forward throughout the rest of the season. Another major adjustment I want to see. Let's give James Smith some more reps at that bandit position. Let's mix that front up. I like seeing James Smith from the 9-5, 9-4, 9-6 stunts off of that D line. When he goes wide, it's a different look. I think it's more so of a mismatch problem because of his size, but you don't expect a guy that size to be able to come off the edge and bend the way he does. Same thing with Keon Keeley. I don't know if y'all paid attention to Keon Keeley taking out 2 blockers for Wisconsin. That type of effort him and Kelby Collins give when they come in to spare LT Overton is crazy good. But then to see all 4 of those guys on the field together is another adjustment. I think we need to see more of that. And one more last adjustment on the defense before we transition into our next topic of conversation. Can we become a lot more aggressive on our play calling, dialing up the pressure? I think this defense operates a lot more effectively when you're sending 4. Anytime you're dropping 8, we find ourselves in bad spots. I feel like guys get a little too lax and we get less aggressive in our coverage. So not necessarily crowding the box to get pressures, but your pressures from the secondary are starting to get home a little bit better. The secondary guys, especially Dre Kirkpatrick, Ray Hubbard, Keon Sapp, those guys, their blitz, their timing, their ability to time out the blitz is becoming a lot better. Want to see Deshaun Jones being a lot more aggressive
And I'm trying to figure out why we haven't seen Cam Calhoun in a bigger role yet, because no disrespect to Deshaun Jones, great player, very much experienced, very fluid in coverage, but I don't think he has that makeup speed that Cam Calhoun gives us, nor the ball hawk ability. There was a few times underneath routes would have been cut off with Cam Calhoun. A lot of those check downs, a lot of those out routes would have been cut off with Cam Calhoun. And I forgot, I got to post that clip of Cam Calhoun catching that pick 6 in the live game sim. It would have been. But those are the main adjustments I would like to see. Offensive wise, last thing, offensive wise, let's get on the jug machine. Zach joked about it yesterday, Ryan Williams and Lashier Brooks. I'm not too much worried about Lashier Brooks. That's a freshman doing freshman things, right? And Ty has been putting the ball on the money. Let's give him his credit too. But an adjustment I want to make, just catch the ball. Just catch the ball. That's it. If it touches your hands, just catch the ball. So that's the main. Calhoun should be playing over Jones. Facts, Roby. I don't know if you're saying that out of your trolling, but he definitely does need to be playing over Deshaun Jones. I don't know if you're trolling or not, but that's a fact. And what's up? Kareem said, please. You talking about Caden Proctor? I know Kareem. He's tired of the offensive line talk, man. It's like every year when we have the potential, the past 3 or 4 years, when we've had the potential to be effective or be dominant in the run game, it's like we're scared to make that move because there's a veteran presence on the offensive line that's not producing, and it's like we're waiting for that guy to produce. And right now, I feel like and Caden Proctor had a solid week 3. He had a solid week 3 against Wisconsin. I'm not going to take anything away from him from this game, but if I had to pick the weakest link on the offensive line thus far this year, it's been Caden Proctor. If he comes out and is struggling against Georgia, we got to really look at shuffling that left tackle position, man. And I know we've already been experimenting with different guys at the position during practice, but I think for big game purposes, if you're going to make a switch like that, it got to be early in the game. You can't let him. Or you're going to ride him through his turmoil. You're going to let him grow through the process. But at this point in the season, a game like Georgia on the road, I can't see Caden Proctor not showing up. One thing he has done in his career since being at Bama, he's shown up in the big games. So let's just hope that we get a big game Caden Proctor coming against Georgia. And those are the main adjustments for me. Catch the ball on the offense. Let's experiment with the tackle position, right? Rotate in there. And I like the play call balance and everything else. So let's go ahead and transition. We're gonna go here to a real quick infomercial break. We're gonna come back. We're right here at the 57-minute mark. When we come back, we should be at the hour mark. And when we come back, I'm gonna give my last thoughts going forward, and then I'm gonna open the phone lines for about 45 minutes to hear your thoughts on some of the takes we had today. We're gonna continue to break it down as we recap. I think tonight, after Voice of College Football, we probably come in and would y'all like to do a Florida State breakdown, right? The Alabama versus Florida State breakdown tonight, and then tomorrow night do ULM. And then Thursday night, let's do Friday night. We can do Wisconsin, and then that'll bring us into Monday where we can start our Georgia content. And then speaking of Georgia content, y'all, we got a beautiful co-host going to be joining. And when I say beautiful, this woman is very beautiful, and she is cool when it comes to this doggone her Georgia Bulldogs. She is serious about them, and she know what she talking about. But she bring with a little spice, man, and she talk her football, and we gonna have. I think our vibe is perfect. I think y'all saw us interacting when we were on the Voice of College Football together. Or we joined in with Flaw Sports for her season kickoff show. But y'all gonna get to see my sis, man, E the guy that she gonna be joining us next week. We're gonna do some content collab with her. We got Shawty pulling up. Y'all know we always talking trash with Shawty through not coach, but Hall of Fame Jason's channel. And it's some more Georgia people gonna be showing up. Adrian and his dog pound supposed to be pulling up.
in the chat. Darius want to make bets and stuff. So we got a lot of anticipation. Going to have to try to contain it this week so we don't burn ourselves out for next week. And then I got to still finalize my plans for Athens, y'all. I want to go do tailgating party, but I want to be home for that game so I could do the post-game call-in show and have that energy ready. So we might just be going out doing it at the bar and then coming back to watch the fourth quarter at home and be ready for the call-in show, post-game call-in show. So yeah, let's do this. Let's get into it. But if you're not a member of the AAA family by now, man, you're missing out. You're tripping. I don't know why you wouldn't want to be a part of this great community as we continue to grow. But if you want to be a part of it, this is how you do it. Check it out.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel. You're talking about Jalen Milroe and the Pips? The perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
I'm not going to take up a lot of time, but I want to say that I'm excited about what.
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just still sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
Let's go. Hey, phone line is open, y'all. 334-625-1121. Final thoughts on the Alabama-Wisconsin game. Talk about, some players. While we're doing that, I'm going to talk about these impact freshmen real quick before we get the first call in. Zach should be calling in any second. See, I told y'all I was going to try to do it. We got Zach on the phone line, y'all. Hold on. Let's get him in the game real quick.
Call from Zach Willie. To accept, press 1.
Yo, Zach, what's up, man? You in the game? Talk to me, man.
What's good, Coach Smook, my AAA family? How are y'all today?
Man, we good, man. Talk to us, brother. How you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling good. But yeah, hey, Coach, I got a question for you.
What's up, man?
If this team improves to be the team that we think it can be, do you think Ty Simpson could be in top 5 quarterback in college football this year?
You said if our what now?
If our team improves to be the team that we believe it can be and continues to improve, can Ty Simpson be a top 5 quarterback in college football?
Oh yeah, of course. And you got to think, man, this is something that I've been waiting for a long time. Fight the odds. Appreciate the gifts over there on TikTok and for tapping in on the screen, man. Make sure y'all tap in on the YouTube side. Make sure you subscribe. But Zach, I don't know if you remember, I've been a very huge advocate for Ty Simpson getting over the mental hump because he had first round type talent. My hope, my hope was that Ty comes in with all the assets around him that can kind of do for him what it did for Mac Jones. The flaws that he does have in his game or that he could have in his game to have to grow through because of the lack of assets around him, that's not a situation that Ty has right now. He has an offensive play caller that's very good at what he does. He has a quarterback coach that's great at developing quarterbacks. There's an offensive scheme that fits all of his skill sets to the T that allows him to be free in the system as a dual threat that can manage a game, right? That's very decisive. So all the things and everything is in front of him. All he has to do is go out and execute. And if you execute with all that in front of you in this style of offense, we saw what this offense does in year 2 under Kalen DeBoer and Ryan Grubb. You go from being a 2,500, 2,900 yard passer to a 4K passer. You know, you 40 plus touchdowns every time. You know, so this is the perfect season for him to be a top 5 quarterback. And I truly believe he's a one and done guy. If this trend continues, what we've been seeing from him from week 1 up until now, with the consistency, being able to protect the ball, being decisive, and not so much decisive in the Florida State game. They were doing some different things, first game jitters type stuff, but his ball delivery, right, and the confidence in his throws is growing. This is going to be a dangerous guy, and it's going to be hard not to see him being one of your top 5, top 3 possibly quarterbacks coming out in this draft class.
Fact, and I agree. I believe if Ty continues on this path that he's been on, and Ryan Williams can not get drop pass heavy like he has shown us last season and early this season, I believe Ty could even be in the Heisman contention. You know, and with the assets that he has around him and the ability to throw the ball around and not have to depend on 1 or 2 receivers like Miro did last year.
Right.
And so, but yeah, I believe Ty Sillen is as high as he wants to take it right now with the assets that he has around him. So I'm very proud of Ty. Ty has really proven to me that he can be QB1. You know, and like you, I had concerns going into the spring because he hadn't shown the mental capability of taking the reins and running this team. And so far, week 1, I'll give that up to the environment, wet field, you know, all of that, everything that was going against his lack of effort, you know, all of that. But besides that, I see the sky's the limit for him, you know, with the assets that he has around him.
100%, man, 100%. And I look at it from a standpoint is the defense is getting better too. You know, a lot of times last year the offense really didn't help the defense. Well, this year I felt like the defense needed to help the offense with Ty coming in and needing time to figure it out, and they have for the most part. Outside of the effort in week 1, they still have allowed this offense to get out in some favorable positions. And the defense been put in some unfavorable positions and shown up and just kind of pass momentum to the offense. So the more confident I see Ty Simpson get, the better it is for this team. And as long as it doesn't turn into reckless confidence, meaning, you know, you're expecting guys to just make plays because you're throwing it up. I want him to, if he keeps this laser focus, he's going to be hard to stop, man.
Right. And even with the bad game at Florida State, I averaged it out. We're still at that 40-plus point a game threshold. threshold, even with the bad performance. Florida State, yes, the 73 points at ULM helped, and the game this week helped, but still, I see this offense being very dynamic and explosive. We could be, a top 3 offense, and that's, if the defense continues to improve and helps the offense out. If we can continue to grow as a team, which so far we have, I say the sky is the limit for this team as a whole. And even with that bad game against Florida State, we're still at that under 20 points a game scoring defense, and we still have an opportunity to get it even lower. To be one of those more dynamic defenses. With the rest of the season, still
Yep.
to. But yes, I'm excited about what this team is showing me after that week 1 loss.
100%, man.
Even with the loss, it could have still gone bad.
Yeah.
As good as it has gone, it could have went the other way too.
Yep. And I think people need to realize that, like, you look at how that Florida State game went, that could have been the start of a downward spiral. With kind of what we saw last year after the Vanderbilt game. Even against USF, you saw players quitting. You saw guys complaining about playing time. You saw Jaheim Otis. Jaheim Otis literally hit the portal or announced that he wasn't going to finish the season and that he was going into the portal after the USF game.
Yeah.
So I think people we as a fan base, I ain't gonna say we, a lot of Fairweather fan base, the Fairweather part of our fan base, got ahead of themselves, and I didn't see none of that energy this weekend over on the internet, on Twitter or anything. I see guys trying to all of a sudden make jokes, and you was just spazzing out last week, talking about 2-10 and all this other crap. But this team is bought into their philosophy right now. I feel like they're really bought in. You're seeing the guys that are really bought in because they're the ones making the plays consistently. They're showing up in every play. They're around the ball defensively, offensively. You can't find a weak spot in them. Like not Wilkin Formby, but Geno Vandermark, Parker Brailsford, Cam Dewberry. Those 3 on the offensive line have been just lights out. Jaden Roberts coming back healthy. You saw what his impact, what his presence does for the O-line. Michael Carroll, Wilkin Formby getting better, stacking days. The tight end room looking good. I will say this, and this is kind of just coming from left field. I don't know what made me think of it, but if y'all not paying attention when 89 gets on the field, the tight end, Brody Dalton, the transfer, I don't know if it's just the fact that he's been getting in a lot of pickup garbage time or whatever, but when he's in route concepts, when he's in passing concepts, he's open a lot. And I'm like, maybe it's just, because it's the end of the game. I want to see him because I watched him in the second scrimmage this year, and he had some crazy good blocking off the edge of the line of scrimmage, and then he had some crazy good catches. But everybody in front of him, Jay Lindsey, is looking good at the H-back position. Caleb Edwards is getting reps. Marshall Pritchett is getting in the receiving game early. Josh Cuevas, he's a solid, consistent guy. So that 4-man rotation, man, is looking pretty stacked. I would love for Brody Dalton to get more opportunities as we go forward in the this conference play. You want a veteran presence there to be able to deal with the big moments, or you expect him to deal with it. I think Brody Dalton will provide that. Kareem says Hubbard sure has had a lot of fire lit under his. Oh yeah, he needed it. He needed it after that week 1. He needed that after that week 1. Zach, final thoughts before we let you off the line. KB365 Sports. Appreciate y'all for tapping in over there on TikTok. We got the phone line open here in about 45 seconds. 334-625-1121. Zach, final thoughts, and we're gonna take it out, brother.
Yeah, my final thoughts are, just, and this goes out to the team. Continue doing what you're doing, improving every day. Work hard. Don't give up. Don't get complacent. Yes, we're praising you, but take that as positive criticism, you know, and continue to work hard and never get complacent again. You know, just keep your head down, keep working, and go out there and show us the team that you can be.
100%, Zach. Well, appreciate you for calling in, man. You already know I appreciate you supporting the Coach Smook Network, and roll tide, my brother.
Roll tide, Coach Smook.
All right, man. Y'all give it up for my brother Zach, man. Y'all know he got to lead it off, man. Every call-in show, that boy is going to make sure he get his voice heard, and I love it. I love it. It's what keeps the show going. It helps move, you know, and then he brings his insight, y'all. I think Kareem said it in the chat over here on YouTube. He's a student of the game, 100%, man. We got another call on the line. Let's see. This look like Swag. Let me see.
Call from
Swag.
Yo, Swag, you in the game. Talk to me, man.
What's going on, Hans? How you doing this morning?
Look, man, I'm good, man. I'm good. Hey, somebody asked me yesterday. They were in my chat on Instagram. They was like, "Why they gotta keep calling you Hans?" I was like, "Because we was in the military together." Like, I still to this day. You remember Godbolt? Played wide receiver. He was really a hooper, but he used to come play wide receiver from us for us sometimes. He was from Jersey. He had like the New York accent.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I still call him Godbolt. His first name is Deshaun, and you know his civilian friends call him a nickname. I still see him. I call him GB. I call him Godbolt, like I did when I was in the military. And it's funny how that carries with us. But what's up, man? Talk to me, bro.
Nothing much, man. I'm just pulling into my office here, but no, I think we had a good week or a good weekend. I just hope they carry this energy over into the Georgia game. We got 2 weeks to prepare for it. I think.
Where are you seeing the biggest adjustments needed? Where are you seeing the biggest adjustments needed? Give me one on each side of the ball that you would like to see as far as the biggest adjustment.
I think we're gonna have to try to do a better job of getting more pressure with just the defensive line against Georgia, and I think Caden Proctor has got to do a little bit better against Georgia. He had a okay game against Wisconsin, but he's got to play better against Georgia.
Right. And what's weird is, I know we say that. That was my first thing to, one of my key adjustments is to experiment with that left tackle position. I think Wilk and Formby will be watched a little bit closer this game. Trill fam, I appreciate the heart, man. Appreciate the gifts over there on TikTok, man. Y'all give it up for all the TikTok gifters, man. Fight the odds. Who else over there? Big homie, Trill fam. Britt, I see you, Antonio. All y'all dropping gifts for me today. I really do appreciate y'all supporting the network. But Swag, I would pose this thought to this. Caden Proctor's best games have been in the biggest moments, in the biggest games.
That's true.
From his freshman year up until now, he's had his biggest games. His worst games have been against the subpar opponents. The freshman year, it was Landon Jackson over at Arkansas. And then sophomore year was James Pierce at Tennessee. So this year, his junior year, being a third-year starter, he shouldn't have any drop-off games, man. Week 1 was kind of rough for him, but week 2 was okay. Yeah. Week 3 was okay. He did it. I mean, he made a great play out in the screen against Wisconsin. That was good to see, but that pass pro, man, them feet are still slow, man, and he's too big. At this point, he's too big. So, yeah, man, going to get into it. We got Darius Fontaine in the chat, man, and our resident Georgia fan. But yeah, Swag, you said on the defense side, left tackle, and then on the defensive side, being able to get pressure
with 4. Did you see something with Georgia? Did you watch the Georgia Tennessee game?
I did.
What do you see as far as what led you to say that coming into the Georgia game?
I think it's because I think Gunnar Stockton makes plays with his feet, and I think he's really good at making plays with his feet. And I think if we commit too many guys pressuring the quarterback, we run the risk of getting our guys behind him, and then the middle of the field will be wide open for him to make plays with his feet. So I think, in my opinion, I think we need, not that we shouldn't dial up some blitz packages, we definitely should, but I think the D-line's got to do a little bit better job of wreaking havoc by themselves, getting penetration by themselves. That way, if the pocket does collapse and he is able to find a running lane, we maybe have some linebackers there to clean that up,
Right. I would love to see, and this might be against a lot of people's mindsets. I would like to see a lot of those looks pre-snap where everybody's crowding that line of scrimmage. You got 7 close to the line of scrimmage every snap.
Yeah, double mugging them.
Yeah, it's double mug. I forget what Bama calls it. But they just kind of 7. You have 7 literally within 4 yards of the line of scrimmage. And what Georgia did against Tennessee to set them up for the final score in overtime, when they brought out 13 personnel, they only did that 2 more times in the game. From what I saw, and I might have to go back, I think they only did it 2 other times outside of the red zone where they brought in 3 tight ends. Yeah. If they do that a lot against us, I wouldn't mind seeing us be in our base formation as long as you got Bray Hubbard and Dre Kirkpatrick. I think you have to make a personnel swap in this game with your defensive backs. You either give Cam Calhoun an opportunity to come in and play your boundary and bring Xavier Brown in to play more so the nickel corner spot and be your other overhang to mirror Bray Hubbard on the weak side, or you bring in Dijon Lee, to be on the perimeter and slide Xavier Brown in. One of the two have to come in. Deshaun Jones hasn't been effective in run support, man. He's been solid in coverage. Number 7 has been solid in coverage, but run support, he's not efficient in tackling. I don't know how he doesn't have more missed tackles. I watched him play, and maybe because a lot of times he's getting blocked out of the play. He does go up and he'll kind of put his body on the line to seal the edge. But I think you get more effectiveness when Dijon Lee is crashing, attacking the backfield, the upfield shoulder to close off a run play. And he's aggressive on run support. Same thing with Cam Calhoun, Drake Kirkpatrick. We're going to need those type of mentalities in this game if we're going to go a lot of base personnel and play tight. I think that's your best bet, though, with Carson Beck. It wasn't like he was hella accurate when he was under pressure, but when he had time, he dropped in some dimes, man. He dropped in some dimes when he had a clean pocket. So pressure is going to be key to try to get the disrupting him and put the ball in the running back's hand. I think we're more set up to defend Georgia's style of running more so than we are Vanderbilt and Tennessee. Getting to the perimeter. That's where when you try to extend us to the edge, that's when we have problems at. But the traditional run game, zone blocking scheme, our defense that does a pretty good job containing that.
Yeah, it's true. And I like how the players on the defense aren't really satisfied. I saw Bray Hubbard did an interview, and the guy asked him about how he felt about only giving up 1 touchdown, and he was like, "Well, the standard is 0 points." So I like that attitude. So I just hope they keep playing hungry, man. That's all. I think if they can do that, I think they can beat a lot of teams.
My bad, Swag. Antoine dropped a comment, and then he ain't got no wristband, first of all. But then he dropped a comment. He said, "Let Max start the first drive in the GA game." A thought. Not even close. Why?
Yeah, why?
Why? What are we even? Why are we doing this? Coach 30, I don't know. Coach 30
passed for 600 yards the past 2 games.
Coach 30. I mean, no, he's passed for almost 1,000 yards already this season. He had 200 yards against Florida State. I don't think listen. This is the Ty Simpson I've been talking about since the first year of him and Jalen Milroe in the QB competition. This is the quality of quarterback I've been seeing, other than the fact you can't be a turnover guy. Everybody will tell you, anybody close to the program will tell you that his problem was when he made a bad play, he didn't know how to rebound from it. He didn't know how to rebound from it for 2.5, 3 years. He will almost break down and beat himself up for making one bad play. And you can't be like that in this league. Ty Simpson has 862 passing yards in 3 games, chat. And he hasn't even thrown 100 passes yet. He about to have 1,000 passing yards before he throws 100 pass attempts.
Yeah, I mean, I like Austin Mack and all, but he hadn't really shown. I don't think he's accurate enough.
Hey, I will say
I think
this.
He's got an absolute cannon, but
he has a strong arm. I was just about to say that his arm is definitely probably the strongest arm in the room. But his accuracy is what's going to struggle. But you know what? You live with that when you have the type of mobility that he has. He's not fast, but he's a 6'5", 6'6", 230-pound quarterback that can move. 4'6", 4'6", 4'6", guy. That's a big quarterback. That's big. That's Big Ben with some speed.
He's quick. He's quicker than he is fast.
Yeah, he definitely could get shifty, get shaky on you. And then my guy Blood Conversation says something that's key too. Ty Simpson has not, and we're going to say it as much as we can this week before game week, because I know game week it'll be the week we start talking about it, and that'll be the first thing that happened. The first big play. Yeah, he throw a pick, but he has.
I just had a customer come in. I got to let you go, man. I'm sorry to cut you short.
Oh no, you good, man. Roll Tide, Swag. I appreciate you for calling in, brother. Man.
All right.
Y'all give it up for my guy. Hey, that's how you know it's real. Folks be calling in on their way into work. But before Swag got off, I was more so about to get into the topic of Ty Simpson not having an interception. If you look at the amount of plays that he's missed downfield, you kind of appreciate it when he hasn't had an interception. I can understand if he had been trying some plays downfield and throwing picks and all this stuff, and then when you do have it open, you're not taking it. But he hasn't thrown bad passes downfield. 2 or 3 50-50 balls. But other than that, man, everything has been decisive and very quick. Phone line is still open. We got about 5 more minutes left on the phone. Well, actually, no. It is now we're at the hour and 25 mark. We about to go ahead and close this thing down. I'm going to talk about these freshman impact right after we get back after this little message. Here we go. Let's go to the locker room, chat. You're talking about Jalen Milroe and the Pips? The perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
Not going to take us a lot of time, but I want to say that I'm excited about what.
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just still sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
All right, y'all. Let's get it. I want to talk about some freshmen that have really shown up early in this season. And we're talking about, believe it or not, guys, we've already played 3 games in this 2025 season. A quarter of the season is gone, and I got 3 minutes to do this, so I'm not going to take too long with this. A quarter of the season has been played, and just like last year, we've seen true freshmen get called on in big moments, and we've seen some true freshman mistakes, but we've also seen some true freshmen make some big plays. Let's start with the obvious. Dijon Lee. Everybody wants to highlight the play against Florida State when he gave up the big pass play to Squirrel Wright. At least he didn't give up a passing touchdown, right? Didn't give up on the play, right? And then come back later in the game and has a big hit on a play, a screen pass in that same game, and then comes against ULM, makes some quality plays, and then same thing against Wisconsin, comes in. Sure tackle in the open field, very physical, has the mentality, very impactful in his first year on campus. Sliding over to the defensive line, London Simmons, true freshman defensive lineman, interior defensive lineman, number 90, London Simmons, has been a game wrecker since his first snap in the Florida State game, has been very impactful in getting pressure on the quarterback and disrupting the run game, learning to finish the tackles behind the line of scrimmage or finish his plays when he has the opportunity to get his hands on the ball carrier. But London Simmons has been a huge impact already this season. Justin Hill, I know he hasn't recorded his first sack yet, but if you look at Justin Hill dropping in coverage, he's very comfortable in dropping off the edge from that wolf position and getting in coverage. And then also getting pressure on the quarterback. Hasn't got home yet, but it's definitely a threat. When you see guys getting forced out of the pocket, he's part of that group that's chasing him. Continue to look out for number 8 on that defense. He's really starting to show himself right now. What else? What other freshmen? Let's go to the offensive side. Michael Carroll, I talked about this young man before the season started, and we had reason to. You see him and Jaden Roberts kind of being that super duo right there on the right side of the offensive line. Right there on the offensive line, and showing up and showing some aggressiveness, showing the ability to create a push on the right side and be a force for the run game. And then his pass pro was immaculate. And then AK Deer, not meaningful game time and carries, but 2 games in a row where he's been put in the game, and no matter what time of the game, he's breaking off explosive runs. Can you get that somehow, scheme that into the game plan where once every 3 drives, you're trying to get him on a counter play where you utilize his perimeter speed to get off the edge and get a big play in the run game. You can do that 2 to 3 times a game and key a look off of that. Going to be looking forward to seeing that with him and contributing. And then last but not least, Latsier Brooks, man. Latsier Brooks and Marshall Pritchett in the receiving game. I know Marshall Pritchett's targets and catches have became, against lesser opponents, but I think Marshall Pritchett is showcasing why him and Caleb Edwards were the perfect duo to get as far as tight end commits, but also just the soft hands that these guys can be impact players. And Latsier Brooks is not scared, man. He's not scared. He's not scared of the big moment. That drop, it wasn't necessarily on him, but just because it was thrown a little behind you, if it touches your hands, you got to catch it. And I think Ty Simpson was trying to take the blame for that one, but you both can share that with me. It touch your hands, you got to catch it. You got to catch it. And those are the impact freshmen I want y'all to be on the lookout for. I'm talking about these names are names that we've been hearing echo across the locker room for a minute. So when you step in the locker room, make sure you look at these true freshmen, this freshman class. We got some more that's going to be stepping up. Steve Bowler is technically a freshman too, coming over from JUCO. I think him and Asai Fager on the interior, Asai Fager red shirt freshman, that defensive line group, interior guys, Landon Simmons, Asai Fager, Jeremiah Beeman when he gets back next season, London Simmons, Steve Bowler. Then you got Kamarian Johnson coming on the roster next season. You got Jamarian Miller on this committed in this 26 class. Who else on the interior of our D line in the commits? Like this is a stacked defensive line room right now with young guys. You got older guys coming around. Jordan Renard. It's a solid group, but those freshmen are the ones that I want to highlight. And so, with that being said, y'all, I appreciate y'all for hanging out with your boy, man. I really do. Did we hit 50 likes? We were at 48 likes last I checked, or last I got an update. We had 48 likes. If we get 2 more likes, we'll be at 50. So if you haven't hit the thumbs up on YouTube side, go ahead and hit it so we can hit that 50 goal while we close out. And then shout out to TikTok, man, for tapping that screen. Coach 30 with the gifts, man. Appreciate you, my guy, showing love. Let me get the crowd involved for my boy Coach 30, man. Coach 30 tapping in. I appreciate it, man. Showing up and showing some love, man. And for everybody else, man, if you're not a member of the AAA family, if you're tapped in on any other platform, Facebook, whatever, and you're reacting, I see y'all reacting on Facebook. Rico, appreciate you, big homie. I appreciate you on Facebook. And I appreciate y'all for the reactions, the likes, and the hearts. Appreciate y'all for that love, man. If y'all are on other platforms and y'all want to really be engaged, come over to the YouTube side. Become a member of the AAA family. Get that wristband. It helps the channel grow, right? I think it's $2.99 right now. It's either $4.99 or $2.99 for the regular membership, and then the other one is the VIP. You can check that out if you want to. We're going to get our VIP VODs out this week. Y'all know we usually try to get them in second and fourth week of the month, so y'all will be looking at them to come out this week. We really won't have much unless we get on campus Thursday. I want to get on campus Thursday. So if y'all want to support that initiative, tap into the Discord. I'm going to create a group chat. And if you want to assist in making that happen this Thursday, we have a plan set in place and would love for you all support.
Why does Russell need to start? I don't know. I don't know why Russell needs to start. I don't know why Russell needs to start, True Fam. I think Ty Simpson has proven that he is the QB1. Russell has time to develop. We're not losing Russell to the portal because of him playing behind Mack and Simpson his freshman year. This is a young man that knew that he was gonna. I mean, even in high school, he had to go in. He didn't start until his 4th or 5th game as a true freshman. So y'all gotta just calm down, man. Just calm down. I think Ty Simpson is proven. Unless Ty Simpson come out and give us that deer in the headlights look, I'm rocking with him. Everything about Ty is good. Legs, he's utilizing his legs, making smart decisions, not turning the ball over. Ty Simpson is QB1, and he's going to continue to grow. We just hit 50 likes. All right, bet. Let me see. Let me double check this thing, Kai. Let me see. Yeah, baby. Hey, appreciate y'all for the 50 likes, man. Coach 30 tapping in and giving us that 50 look at it. He wanted to be the one. Coach 30, you won, bro. Appreciate you, y'all. Hey, as a matter of fact, appreciate y'all for just supporting your boy for real, man. We really been, I think today tomorrow analytics will come out. I'll let y'all know if we hit the bonus again. I think we did though. Yeah, man. I think we hit another milestone with the analytics. I'm just trying to think off top of the head right now, but I think we have. So with that being said, y'all, don't forget, check out our merch, man. We got our merch set up for y'all. We got ! merch in the chat, or go to the main page on the YouTube channel and hit the link tree. The link tree has the merch link in it. You go in there, and the merch link is on the main page of the YouTube channel. Go check that out. We got new merch products out there. The discounts going all the way through next Saturday. Kickoff against Georgia. That's when the last day to utilize those discounts. Don't forget to hit them likes. Yeah, tell them, MJ, we beg for likes. # we beg for likes. We got some of them we beg for likes shirts too in the merch store. So go check that out. Shout out to our sponsors, all of our sponsors. We appreciate y'all. We got some new videos, intros, and things of that nature coming up next week. So be on the lookout for it. Looking for another video graphic editor to join the team, man, and contribute to the network. My MacBook is down, and I could usually I could resource somebody to do the extra work. It's hard to do it on the phone, especially when you need a new charger port. I got too much stuff going on with my electronics right now, y'all. That's what happens when you use your stuff and you're working and you're moving all the time, and different dropping this and that. So we gotta get some maintenance done. Y'all's contributions is really helping it. I start training my clients this week too, so our schedule is definitely going to take a change. I got a few clients that I start training this week for their fitness training journey, We start one starts today, and I think 2 more will be starting Thursday. And it's going to be a good journey because we'll actually be going on our journey together. I've been able to put on some weight since I've been back. Started, I think I'm gonna be in the gym probably right 186, 184. I'm back up in the 180s, y'all. Thank God for that. Y'all give it up, man. I was sick. I didn't even know how bad it was for your boy. We was working so hard, grinding, going through different changes, just trying to keep our head down and stick to the process. It's not all cookies and cream. It ain't sweet over here. Everything we get, everything that we have is I won't call it a struggle. It's a grind. It's not easy. And I don't think I want it in this stage of my life. I don't think I want it if it comes easy. If it comes easy, I feel like something wrong with it. I like working for it. So y'all continue to push your boy, and hopefully my energy and my willingness, my diligence, my resiliency that God has graced me with is an encouragement to you all on your daily push. I know you may not be a content creator, whatever you do, whatever you're passionate about, or whatever you have to do to get through the day to survive, or however you do it. I hope that, tapping in and seeing my energy and how I continue to press through is encouraging to you, because it ain't easy out here. Living in America is not easy. We talk this country up as if it's, such a great place, and it has its freedoms and all of this stuff, but it has its flaws too. And I think in this day and age, you have to have a different type of mentality to really get by. If it's not set up for you, if you got to go set something up for yourself, you got to have a different mentality because of all the distractions that could be put in place
with social media and everything else, people just being hateful, you got to be focused and put yourself in the right positions to create success around you. So I appreciate y'all for being a part of that process in my life. And without further ado, remember y'all, tonight, 8 p.m. Rondo Mac, appreciate you for tapping in, brother. Good to see you over there, over on YouTube. Tonight, 8 p.m. As a matter of fact, 6 p.m. we got Alabama at the Voice of College Football. I'll be over there. I don't know who will be on the panel with us tonight, but if anything changes, y'all just watch the socials. And then tonight, we might go ahead and do our first film session with Florida State tonight, or we might just save it for the morning segment tomorrow. Watch a playback of Florida State breakdown, and then do it again during the day for some of the for the other games. So I think that'll be fun. So I appreciate y'all for everybody that's tapping in and supporting. And remember, when you see me in the streets, holla at me and say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Roll Tide to my AAA Bama family and SOS to the rest of the AAA family. I appreciate y'all for supporting your boy, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Be blessed.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Better go subscribe. You do roll with the tide. I'm down in the gun with Coach Smook. Through the game, roll tide, roll tide. Better go subscribe.